What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be basically doing something that we did a whole lot last year and we're going right back to it this year, and that's tier list. These are videos that you guys really seem to enjoy, and my tier list videos last year got, between them all, over 2 million views, which is unbelievable. So when I said I was going to do it, and I did it last year, and it was at the end of every month, or say the start of the next month, I made videos talking about the top 5 most overpowered cards you guys could buy, and those videos did really well, and a lot of people like to watch them month after month, and they were the type of videos that people like to look back on. So there were ways of people kind of looking back on the year, and then like my documentary video looking back on all of this, or looking back on all 2K19, did really well. So I think I'm going to do these type of videos because, one, they do quite well, you guys seem to like to see them, and two, also as a little bit of an archive for myself as much as anything, about what cards were good at what specific times, how I felt about certain cards. There's some cards in these lists that I don't like initially, and then as time goes on I do like them. Like base 11, I didn't like that at the start last year. The more I used it, obviously the more overpowered I realized it was. And yeah, so basically this is the end of September. Well, it's 30th September, so this is going to be for the start of October. The reason I'm doing this today, obviously, is because there's a 20 gigabyte update and I can't play 2K right now. So this is going to be the first of my tier list. So this week, I'm going to probably do Monday to Friday. I'm going to be ranking the top 5 players in each position. So I'm sorry, not top 5. I'm going to be ranking the top players. So doing tier list for every position: point guard, 2 guard, small forward, power forward, center. I'm only going to use players that I'm only going to put players I've used in here, except for one, which is obviously going into S tier, but I haven't used it yet. But it's fairly obvious that it is S tier. And also, as the year goes on, obviously, I'm not going to have used every card in the game right now, but as the year goes on, I will have used all the reward cards, and trust me, I'll be buying every half-decent player, whether it's budget card or whether it's a normal card. And again, if I forgot a player, sorry. So we are 2 minutes in, so we're going to have to make a start now. Also, Evo cards are going to be based on their top evolution. And also, if a card is really cheap and is a similar standard to another card, the cheap card is probably going to get bumped up a tier because there is definitely going to be bias towards better value players. So Mark Price, Hall of Fame range extender, he is going into S tier. Hall of Fame range extender, really easy release, and yeah, he's just the best shooter in the game. Well, I don't know. I think when more Hall of Fame range extender cards come in, which is limitless, he's going to be kind of outclassed by a few cards, but right now, with the way his badges are, he's fantastic. Penny Hardaway, for the vast majority of these, is going to be an S tier. Do not need to explain. Penny Hardaway is a Galaxy Opal, and the Opals still have fantastic stats this year. So many Hall of Fame badges, and while he's definitely not the best of all the Opals to pick up, that would be David Robinson, you could definitely make a case for him over Grant Hill, who I think is the third one. Daniel Gibson, okay. So this guy is really fast, he's got a really good jump shot, and he's a decent dunker. Can't really argue to not put him in A tier. He's definitely in A tier. Bob Cousy is, it's a weird one because he's between two. He's between two. I don't know. I'm gonna put him in A tier. And I've just realized I think I've forgotten one player, and if I have, I'm gonna mention him later. But Bob Cousy, he's got Hall of Fame. He's got not Dimer Hall of Fame. He has got Hall of Fame floor general. He's a good shooter, super fast, great stats. He's got an A tier. Bob Sura is without question A tier when he goes up to Amethyst. Shoots the ball quite well, but is unbelievable at going to the basket. One of the best dunkers, and is really fast. He's also 6'5", so he's got height for a point guard. He's quite strong and gets the blow-bys really easily. Reggie Theus, like, yeah, he's 6'7", but I've used him a few times. He doesn't feel like he's great. He doesn't feel like he's backing people down. I think he's got like silver back down Punisher, but he does not seem to back people down too much. I'm not a fan of that card. Michael Ray Richardson is going into B tier. Fantastic defender. The problem is he doesn't really get blow-bys too often. He is quite tall for a point guard. Shoots the ball moderately well when he's open. Decent release, but I just don't think he brings enough to be any higher than that. Actually, yeah, I'll keep him B tier for now. He might get into C tier. So now we've got Dame Lillard. So Dame Lillard, I'm going to put, for opposite reasons to Michael Richardson, in B tier. So Lillard is a decent dunker. I think he's got one of like the Hall of Fame, or not Hall of Fame, he's got one of the gold, is he gold stop and go, but not quick for step, or vice versa. He's okay going to the basket, shoots the ball really well, no defense whatsoever. He's like the opposite of Michael Richardson. Isaiah Thomas, I have not used this guy all the way up at Opal, but I have used my pink diamond, and you know what? I think I may be crazy for doing this. As of right now, Opal Isaiah Thomas, I am putting in S tier. I know he's 5'9". You know he can be bullied. But right now, he is so good offensively because he can just shoot the lights out, got such a fast release, that it's hard not to put him in S tier. Now we are on to Jason Kidd, a card that I've used a couple of times. I really don't like him. I really don't like him. Like, look, I can only judge by how I've played with him and how I play against him. I love it when I come up against Jason Kidd. There is no point guard I prefer playing against more than Jason Kidd. He's not going to go to the basket and dunk on you, and he's also not going to shoot the ball because of his slow release. So, pretty much, yeah, there's no other way to describe it. He's in D tier, and even though he is a solid enough defender, he can't shoot at all. Richardson's at least a passable shooter, and trust me, anyone who argues of using Kidd, you're using him out of stubbornness, and most people that can play the game love coming up against someone like Jason Kidd. Jason Williams is going firmly into B tier. He's got Hall of Fame quick first step, which is good speed stats. However, he doesn't dunk the ball well, gets blocked a lot, and leaves a lot to be desired on defense. Jerry West is going into A tier. Shoots the lines out, really good point guard. However, again, can't really dunk, but is still a really good card, really good shooter, and definitely belongs ahead of some of the rubies on Jason Williams. Kevin Johnson, he's a slightly worse Bob Sura. He's going to B tier. He can dunk really well, he's fast, but that's the only thing he really does. So now we are on to Isaiah Thomas. So Isaiah Thomas, look, I've used them, and I don't see, I cannot justify putting him up with these guys. I know obviously rating wise, he's not as good. He's way better than somebody like Daniel Gibson or Bob Sura. These guys play 10 times better in their rating, and he's worse than Bob Cousy. I cannot justify putting him any higher than Kevin Johnson, or I can't justify definitely putting him ahead of Jason Williams. I don't think Isaiah Thomas is that bad, but he's going in B tier. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf is going into A tier because I don't think he's the best card in the world right now. He can dunk, he can shoot, and you know what? He has the normal 4 leaner. He's got the Hedo leaner. So as soon as they release some sort of a patch that helps leaners, trust me, this guy is going to be OP. And once he gets to Amethyst, he's even more OP. He's going into A tier. Earl Monroe, I'm not the biggest fan of this card. I think he feels really sluggish. I'm putting him in B tier. I use him. I literally use him in my squad. But if I had any of these guys, I think I'd use him over Monroe. I just think he is he just feels sluggish. He can shoot the ball well. He goes to the basket well. Just something about him. There's something about him I don't really like, which is why he's in there. Scott Skiles is going into C tier. These are kind of some of the lower tier players. And the one player I missed out on is John Stockton. John Stockton is going into S tier. He's a better Bob Cousy. John Stockton is going into S tier, just so you guys aren't complaining. Scott Skiles got Hall of Fame dimer. Really slow release, not particularly fast. Nice no dribble moves, but I cannot justify putting Scott Skiles up with these guys. Not a bad card, and a cheat code when you're using him on rookie for leveling up players, and also a cheat code in triple threat or stuff when you're trying to evo players. He's a cheat code for that, and that's the reason why he's in this squad, but that's about it. Ron Harper, the Emerald card. He's one of the best defenders in the game, but again, gotta put him in D tier. In terms of the best cards in the game, value-wise, he'd be probably B tier. In terms of the best cards, he has to be D tier, because there are better Emeralds. Bob Sura, because there's not gonna be 2 Suras, will probably be C tier. The Aaron Fox is, and I've used this guy a few times. I forgot how much I like the Aaron Fox. And this is gonna sound crazy. I'm putting Kyrie Irving in C tier. I've used Kyrie. I think the Aaron Fox is way better. I don't know why. I think the Aaron Fox is so good. Finishes so well at the basket. Again, he should not be as good as Kyrie. He's better in my opinion. Steph Curry, meh. I get it, he's a good shooter, but the big thing with Steph Curry was his ability to hit leaners. Can't really do that too well this year because they nerfed him. 3-point shooting's good, moderately fast, but that's really it. Russell Westbrook is going into C tier. Westbrook can't really shoot the ball. Not the worst though. He does have a couple of good badges. He dunks well. He is not the fastest card either. It's not like he's super fast like he has been in previous years. He is fast, but he's not ultra fast. Not a bad card at all. None of these cards in C are bad, and I would probably even consider putting Scott Skiles down. Kyrie and Russell Westbrook would be much higher rate C players than Scott Skiles, and I do think that Lillard is that little bit better in both of these. But Stephon Marbury, without question, is going into S tier. When he's an Amethyst, I'm putting an argument that if we take Penny Hardaway out of the equation, that he is the single best point guard in the game. Unbelievable dunk animations. His shot is the fastest shot I've ever seen, and it's easy greens. He's also super, super fast and dunks on everybody. Like, you cannot go wrong. Once you get Marby with the Amethyst, he is worth every bit of that 50k. And I regretted selling him so much that I had to buy him back at Ruby, and I'm going to evo him up again. He is so good. Rajon Rondo is going into C tier. He's got some good badges. He's got not really going to be much of a dunker, but he's a really solid defender, really good passer. He's got floor general, and he's fast. That's the only problem, is he's not really going to dunk and not a bad shooter. Anthony Simons, he is going into C tier. Once he gets upgraded from his Evo, he actually becomes really good, and he's an 83 overall Emerald. Dunks the ball really well, was one of my favorite point guards when the game just started. Although he's a little bit outclassed now, it's still a great, great card. Markelle Fultz, a lot of people like this guy, I don't. I never really liked his card even when I used him, his Sapphire 84 overall. A lot of people said he was one of the best Evo cards from Domination. I never saw it. Leandro Barbosa. Oh, this is a tough one, isn't it? You know what? I'm just going to do it. Leandro Barbosa in A tier. He carries me. Whenever I use him, he carries me. He is just unreal. Like, his shot is decent, mid-range is good, 3 balls good. His dunking, obviously, it should be non-existent, but he does dunk a little bit. He's not that small for a point guard, and he's got 97 speed, 2 ball acceleration, as well as 30 gold badges. Hey, look, he's going into A tier. Michael Carter-Williams is going into D tier. He can't shoot, and he's super slow. And then Derrick Rose is going right beside Barbosa into A tier. D Rose, super fast, dunks on everybody, and is actually not a half bad shooter. Kevin Johnson may... Barbosa over as... Yeah, I'm going to put Barbosa over Isaiah Thomas. I've used actually both of them in the same squad on someone else's account, and I actually prefer Barbosa. Again, this is all just my opinion. These are all just my experience from players I've used, and these might look crazy in a couple of weeks' time, but this is just my opinion right now. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.